After two very exciting rounds in Austria, we now move on to our next race in the calendar, the Hungarian Grand Prix. The weather is set to spice things up with rain forecasted for Friday and thunderstorms set for Sunday. Could we be set for another blockbuster race? More importantly, can Red Bull take advantage of Mercedes' vulnerabilities? Red Bull seemingly have the edge over Mercedes when it comes to slow corners, which Hungaroring has in abundance. Toto Wolff has even gone as far to admit that Mercedes is vulnerable and reckons that the slow speed obstacle could result in the Hungarian Grand Prix being a properly different ballgame. Where we lost to Red Bull was the slow speed, particularly turn 3 and turn 4, seemed to be our vulnerabilities. Everywhere else on the straights and in the fast corners, we are quicker, Wolff explained after last week's Grand Prix. Another possible concern that could arise may be the cooling issues amid hot temperatures that have traditionally hurt Mercedes in the past, although with the weather set to consist of rain and their supposed temporary fixes, the team may be in luck. Luckily for Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton holds the record for the most wins at the Hungaroring, with 7 victories, which will certainly come in handy in terms of experience when taking on the younger Red Bull pairing of Max Verstappen and Alex Albon. One team that is almost certain to struggle this weekend is Ferrari. After an incredibly lackluster first race, despite Charles Leclerc's podium and a disastrous double DNF last week, Ferrari have found themselves in big trouble. Prior to the Styrian GP, Ferrari had fast-tracked an upgrade that was originally intended for this week in Hungary, and found that it did not work as they had hoped. But this was also compounded by the team losing out on valuable race data due to the Leclerc and Vettel collision last Sunday. This is the second collision Vettel and Leclerc have had in just 4 races, with their last being in Brazil last year. Could this be the first of many this year? And with Sebastian Vettel departing at the end of the year and looking exasperated at the team's developments, could more cracks begin to show? Both drivers have said they have cleared the air, with Leclerc taking full responsibility for his race-ending move, saying that, "I directly went to talk to Seb after the race to excuse myself, and I think he accepted then. It is now behind us. From my side, I will focus on this weekend and try to ensure the best result possible." Vettel echoed Leclerc's sentiment, saying, "We spoke about it, it's behind us, and a couple of days later we have a chance to do better here in Hungary." It certainly is going to be the longest short season Ferrari have faced in recent years. But there is a silver lining to Ferrari's poor performance. It means the midfield fight just got even spicier. The fight between the teams after Red Bull and Mercedes looks closer than ever, with McLaren and Racing Point leading the way with their phenomenal on-track performances so far this season. Lando Norris has been a standout performer and certainly will be one to watch coming into this weekend. Renault, on the other hand, look competitive but have been limited with race retirements in both races due to cooling issues, and have instead taken the fight to Racing Point off track. Just hours after last weekend's race, Renault launched a post-race protest questioning the legality of both the Racing Point cars, a protest which was deemed admissible and saw the brake ducts of the team impounded and awaiting an FIA hearing. Could we see more possible clarification this weekend into the protest? It's no doubt that the pink Mercedes has been making plenty of noise, but both Stroll and Perez must be focused on their racecraft, with their future racing seats in the air. Who do you predict will be atop the podium come race day? Will Ferrari see an improvement? And which midfield team do you think will rise above? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Crash Formula 1.